Welcome to Muddy River Mornings. I'm Bob Goff.
And I'm Brittany Bull.
And happy Friday. Glad you could all join us as we wrap up another incredibly busy news week that we will discuss shortly. But first, Brittany's going to tell us about the goodies from our friends at Crazy Cakes.
We have today a vanilla bean cupcake. Now, this is their #1 flavor of cupcakes, birthday, wedding cakes, shower cakes. It is a delicious flavor. Make sure you get your orders in for Crazy Cakes because the holidays are right around the corner. I know it's only October, but we should be thinking of those right away. And then also we have our refillable cups. They get us going in the morning. We love the Joe from there.
Good stuff.
And this morning, do you know what this morning is?
I don't know.
It's October 3rd. It's National Mean Girls Day.
Got a lot of mean girls around here.
What? Okay, so this is a pop culture observance commemorating a memorable line from the movie Mean Girls when the main character's love interest asks her, "What day is it?" And she says, "It's October 3rd.
Okay.
Obviously, someone hasn't seen the movie.
Not in a long, long time. I believe I remember watching it with my daughter Michelle when she was younger, but...
It's a great movie with a great message. I highly encourage everyone to try to catch that if you can later tonight.
And it's Groucho Marx's birthday today.
Wow. And you know, Randy and I are in the minority of people who remember who Groucho Marx was, so let's remember that as well. So.
All right, that one's over my head, so there you go.
So.
We're even.
All right, let's go ahead and start looking at the headlines from the past week. Tragedy in Pike County yesterday as a 67-year-old New Canton man was found dead in his home after allegedly killing his in-laws and shooting his wife. Gerald E. Woligarski was found in his home in New Canton by the law enforcement authorities. He's a suspect in the deaths of 2 other New Canton residents who are his mother-in-law and his father-in-law. His wife survived an attack and said that Woligarski had made threatening statements about her parents. According to the Illinois State Police, the Pike County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched around 6 a.m. Thursday to a residence in the 300 block of Mississippi Street in New Canton on a report of a person being shot. Deputies located the female victim who was taken by air evac for treatment. Law enforcement officials conducted the search of the parents' home and found their home in the 200 block of Monroe Street, and then also later found Woligarski. The case is still under investigation by the Illinois State Police.
Quincy City Council has given final approval to Hope House, a faith-based program that will offer housing and career services to single mothers at risk of homelessness, with the condition that parking be reduced from 2 stalls to 1 per unit. At the same meeting, Mayor Linda Moore defended her decision to appoint Alderman Jake Reed to the Quincy Public Library Board despite opposition from citizens citing his past objections to LGBTQ programming. Moore said she values diverse viewpoints and active participation.
Pike County situation wasn't our only shooting in the area this week. We had a shooting in Quincy on Monday night. Law enforcement officials arrested a suspect this week in connection with that shooting. Police say that Dyrese T. Naff II was taken into custody early Wednesday morning in a home in Keokuk, Iowa. Officers said he came out peacefully and a weapon was recovered at the scene, and he's being held in Lee County Jail as he awaited his extradition to Adams County, and we will have more information as this case develops.
Delays in the trial of 36-year-old Thomas DeClure stem from extensive questions about his mental health treatment history, which his defense says has been difficult to document. DeClure is charged with the attempted murder of 77-year-old woman who survived a brutal stabbing and with assaulting a corrections officer while jailed. The state's expert requested detailed records of any psychiatric or counselor care. And the defense is now working backwards, as the counsel put it, to trace prescriptions and potential providers. A judge has scheduled another hearing for November and cautioned the defense about speedy trial concerns.
President Trump is facing new legal challenges over his immigration policies. Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul warns he will sue if federal troops are deployed in Chicago, and he's leading efforts to block the state administration from withholding public safety and disaster relief funds based on cooperation with immigration enforcement. Meanwhile, immigration rights groups have filed suit alleging ICE violated a federal consent decree by detaining U.S. citizens without warrants during the Operation Midway Blitz in the Chicago area.
Adams County Sheriff Tony Grutens is openly defying Illinois' Trust Act, which prohibits state or local law enforcement from cooperating with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in civil immigration matters, and has already transferred individuals into ICE custody, arguing that federal law supersedes the state statute. His stance echoes a broader sentiment among Illinois sheriffs. In a recent survey, while most said they'd follow the law, many expressed frustration or disagreement with it, and a few indicated they would or already have cooperated with ICE. Critics warn that such cooperation undermines trust between immigrant communities and law enforcement, and the Illinois Attorney General maintains the law is constitutionally valid and enforceable.
Remember, Muddy River Mornings is driven by Hess Auto Agency. We'll hear from our friends at Hess and our other sponsors right after this.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
In the tri-state area, local businesses aren't just a place to shop. They are engraved into our community. Muddy River Engraving knows, lives, and models this business mentality.
Look how cute!
From getting gear for your team,
Those turned out nice, thank you.
to a custom gift for friends or family, Muddy River Engraving will take your idea or story and bring it to life with his products. From 1 to 1,000 items, Muddy River Engraving can handle any project for you. Muddy River Engraving, engraved into your community.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joseph Amavisca, a family medicine specialist with Blessing Health Hannibal. A primary care doctor can reduce your risk for illness and save your money. When I worked in urgent care, I saw people without a primary care doctor use these clinics not only when they were sick, but to manage chronic conditions too. That can be expensive. Having a primary care doctor, like me, lowers cost and enhances care quality. Your doctor will help you get the screenings needed to reduce the risk for illnesses. Prevention is less expensive than treatment. And your primary care doctor knows you, your medical history, and your risk factors. Personalized care enhances quality. Need a primary care physician? Call the phone number on your screen. Primary care physicians are vested in your wellness and committed to work with you to prevent illness and facilitate a healthy life.
Women are exceptional. In the workplace, in the home, in the community, we fill so many roles vital not only to our success, but also the success of those around us. We deserve health care that is as exceptional as we are. Blessing Health meets the varied needs of every woman, from OBGYN care and breast health to pediatrics for those of us who have little ones in our life. Blessing Health, with you every step of the way.
Still a little warm, not exactly feeling like fall yet.
No, but if you want to get in the fall feeling, visit Autumn Harvest Farms. I went there this last weekend. Take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm here at Harvest Autumn Farms and I'm with Mitchell and Kayla Vaughn, the owners and founders of this place. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us and coming out and doing this interview.
Yeah, I wanted to stop out here. It's a beautiful day. I know it's a little bit more than mild weather, but you know, you have still a lot of customers preparing for the fall season. Just wanted to ask a couple of questions about, you know, your setup out here. So where are we at, Kayla?
We are at our brand new location, 8115 US 24. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay, so was your location last year, was that across the street?
So we previously were set up next to Airco, and now we've moved to our own spot that we purchased, and we've got a corn maze this year and a bigger setup.
So the corn maze, that's something that is that new this year, you said?
That is brand new. We've never had a corn maze before, and in typical Mitchell fashion, we go from not having one to an 8.5 acre corn maze in one solid move. So here we are.
I noticed that the aerial view on the corn maze says something. What does it say?
It says support local, and we want to just remind everyone to support their local businesses and all their local farmers. Our corn maze, our seed sponsor for the corn maze is Sutter Seed Services, so we are really excited to have them partnering with us.
Sounds like a lot of local, helping local. You know that's what we love here at Muddy River News. Okay, so a little bit more than you have a corn maze. We obviously have pumpkins, beautiful pumpkins behind me. I've always said that they're the most affordable when it comes to corn mazes. So when my family comes out here, we stack up on the pumpkins.
Good deal.
Are you guys growing your own pumpkins?
We are growing the majority of our pumpkins ourselves this year. We have had to, unfortunately, bring a few orange in because the wet spring really put a damper. A lot of farmers are dealing with that, so we have had to bring in. But all the specialty and all the gourds and stuff are all growing right here on the property.
So cool, so cool. It's a lot of, I always call them the weird pumpkins, but that's what makes a great display. How about the mums? Do you grow those mums?
We have grown the majority of the mums ourselves. Once again, or wet spring kind of put a damper on some of the progression. They don't really like it as wet as it was. So we had to bring a few of those in, but now all of ours are starting to bloom. So now the majority of that are out here now are ones that we have growing in our backyard, actually. So,
oh, really?
Yep.
So we'll see a lot of your mums later on the season.
Yep.
And again, it's local, helping local. That is so awesome. Okay, so we talked about the corn maze, the mums, and the pumpkins that you can purchase. What are some of the other activities out here for the kiddos, maybe the adult kids at heart?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun things to do in our play area. There's a big corn pit, there's pumpkin basketball, straw bale stack, just all kinds of fun things to do out there.
You can't forget the gem mine. The gem mine's one of the most popular attractions here, where the kids can purchase a bag of sand and go through it, and there's gems and arrowheads hidden in there, and it's like gold mining, but for arrowheads and gems. It's one of the most popular events here. So
I think this is one of the only places out of pumpkin patches that I've seen something like that, though. Very, very unique. Also, you said, did I hear apple slushies?
we do. We have apple cider slushies. We teamed up with the Bushel Basket out of Memphis, Missouri, so another local business, and offer their cider and having an apple cider slushies as well.
How long have you guys been doing this?
2019 is our opening year. It started on a trailer in my parents' front yard selling pumpkins, and has now turned into this. So.
Okay, so this is obviously a seasonal job, but it's all season long, right? I'm guessing you're planning from how long? How long do you start this?
As soon as we close up, we're already starting to plan, order seed, order mums, order everything for the following season. So it's turned into a full-time job. We also both work full-time elsewhere, so it's a second full-time job for sure, but we enjoy it, and we actually now do a greenhouse in the spring, so that's taken off and is about as big as this side of it. So
ooh, I'm jealous.
Here we are.
Jealous of the greenhouse. And I bet your kids just love it. I know you have two youngins. I'm sure that they are like, this is so cool. Mom and Dad have a pumpkin patch. How often are they out here, and what's their favorite activity?
Our little girl, she's 3, and she definitely is the queen of the pumpkin patch.
I've noticed.
She'll let you know.
Out here often?
Yeah, she's out here a lot with us. She's always playing and likes to help where she can, and so she's learning a lot and kind of just growing up on the pumpkin patch. It's fun for her.
Good to hear. Good family values. What are your hours now?
We are, since we do work full-time, our hours are Fridays, noon to 7, on Saturdays, 10 to 6, and Sundays, 10 to 4. And then we are open for special events during the week. We have several different organizations that do family nights and stuff like that out here. So we do have some dates open on that. So
I saw somewhere that you might be doing birthday parties. Is that a thing still?
Yes. Yep. We still have the schedule's filling up, but we still do have some openings. Basically, we have a private little area where the guests can come and have their own private area for cake and gifts and stuff like that, and then let the kids run wild, have fun, and enjoy themselves.
What an amazing birthday party this would be out here. Very, again, unique. It's just calm. I love just the atmosphere. Come get your pictures, too. I don't think people realize that, but, like, standing right behind us is the pumpkin house. And I know that's, like, the Instagram pumpkin
Yep.
king, you know. So yeah, come out here, grab some pictures, grab some pumpkins, get your apple slushies, and support the Vaughns because they support local as well.
If you're 55 or older and ready for quality, independent living, Good Samaritan Home of Quincy is your first choice. We're constructing new duplexes and single-unit cottages ready for you. Prepay your lease now and customize your future cottage. Say goodbye to the hassles of yard work, snow removal, and home maintenance, and say hello to stress-free, independent living. There is limited availability, so call Good Samaritan Home today at 223-8717 or see for yourself at gshq.org.
A lot of great shows on MuddyRiver.tv this week, and we start things off with Frankie and the Clits.
Okay, on Frankie and the Clits this week, Tylenol may or may not cause autism, but Fruit Loops causes ADHD. Is that true? There's no way to know. Why do women wear makeup? Are they trying to impress other women, or is it because they're trying to imitate a peacock? Who wrote this? There's no way to know. One thing is for sure, Klitz drinks out of solo cups, and he knows things.
Some things, anyway. So this week's Picks, Parlays, and Pints brought to you by our friends at Utopia and Heck Gaming. Ashley jumps in for Shane, who is on sports assignment this week, and I was surprised she even had a DraftKings app. I shouldn't have been. She likes to gamble. So we talked a lot about this weekend's pro point spreads, and she did not know what a parlay was. So I helped her out on that. Had a lot of fun with her. Check that out on this week's edition of Picks, Parlays, and Pints.
Later today on Club Buddy, we sit at the round table for our first roundup in quite a while. The Club Buddies are reunited, and we chat about the news with our take and opinions on it. Grab a drink from the liquor booth, pop it on the TV with AirPlay, and grab some popcorn.
Luke Tappy joins Ron Kinshirf on the Business Spotlight this week to talk about his recent purchase of Davis & Freeze Realtors. Luke discusses the new company that's coming to Quincy and KW Hometown Realtors and how that will look for the future of real estate in Quincy.
On Minutes with the Mayor, Quincy Fire Chief Steve Salarin joins Ashley to kick off Fire Prevention Safety Month. Chief Salarin outlined a series of upcoming community events where residents can learn more about the Quincy Fire Department, take photos, and meet local firefighters.
Muddy River News this week, I talked to Senator Jill Tracy and also Jill Shukar from the Kroc Center, and we talk about the senior fair going on at the Kroc Center next Tuesday. It's Senator Tracy and the other legislators from the area help sponsor the event, and I found out that I am eligible for that event now, which didn't make me feel that great.
On the Daily Muddies this week, Gina Wolf and Whitney Meyer from the Advocacy Network stopped by to share details about their upcoming fundraiser on October 17th. Herb Blanky from the Quincy Humane Society brings with him a furry friend to our studios. Spring is looking for her forever home. Pastor Todd Hastings joins Ashley to chat about Bethel Assemblies of God's 100-year anniversary and their celebration this Sunday at 12th and Jefferson. Then Ashley and I have our last coffee talk on the Daily Muddy. That will be moving to its own podcast brought to you by EFB. Michael Gaines from the Hannibal Arts Council drops by to talk about the exhibit and gives us a taste of what's to be expected at the upcoming Folk Life Festival. That's always one of my favorites. And then speaking of favorites, last but certainly not least, DOB from the BBB stops in to warn us about inheritance scams.
Muddy River Sports Director Chris Dewar puts on his sommelier hat for the first edition of Sports Wine'l, brought to you by County Market Liquors. He introduces us to some wine that is the Santa Cristina Torcana, and that looked like a lot of fun episode, and I can't wait to join him on the next one. So have some fun with Chris on Sports Wine'l from our friends at County Market Liquors.
Speaking of sports, it's now time for sports, brought to you by Neiman's.
Happy Friday morning, Muddy Buddies. Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman here as we head into a big and important weekend. Make sure you check out our website, muddyriversports.com, for all your updates. Make sure you go back. You can go back and check out all the regional coverage from boys and girls golf in Illinois from this week. We also have sectionals in golf coming up on Monday, and then the state tournament is just a week away. So we'll have complete coverage of anybody that makes it to state, and then we'll have complete coverage of the state tournaments. The girls' state tournaments in Decatur, the boys' is in Bloomington Normal, so make sure you go and check everything out that we've done so far, and we'll continue to do. We'll have previews and complete coverage of everything next week. But it's a big Friday night in football. Rivalry weekend. Brown County at Camp Point Central. Two teams ranked in the top 10 in Class 1A in Illinois. On the Missouri side, the Mayor's Cup. Monroe City at Palmyra. Monroe City number 4 in the state rankings. Palmyra the first team out of the top 10 but receiving votes. Huge matchup in the Flower City on Friday night. And then we have another 5-0 versus 5-0 matchup taking place in Macomb at the Tarmac, as Macomb takes on Farmington in a Prairie Land or a Lincoln Trail Prairie Land matchup. So you've got that to look forward to. You can make sure you check out the Muddy River Blitz, electrified by Excel Physical Therapy. That'll be coming up on Saturday. We'll have all our college football preview stuff. You can go online today and check out the game night guide, where you can find where all of your high school teams are playing. We'll have the Muddy Night Lights scoreboard presented by Schottenkirk Toyota. We'll make sure we get that posted on Friday night after all the games are done and we all get back to our respective offices and get to work on our post-game wrap-ups. So you can look forward to that. Saturday, the QU football team is finally back at home. They haven't played at home in over a month. It was August 28th was their first and only home game of the season. Did not play at home throughout the entire month of September. But they're back home this weekend taking on McKendree in GLVC action. It's also homecoming for the Hawks, so a lot to look forward to there. The QU soccer teams, which are on quite a roll right now, are at home both Friday night and Sunday, so we'll have coverage of all of that. And again, a lot going on. Softball, volleyball, cross country. We still have a lot. October is going to be a busy, fun month, and we're just getting it started. So make sure you check out MuddyRiverSports.com. Chris Dewar will have all his updates as usual. Make sure you check out Durisms each week. We've got the Mud Brothers podcast. And Monday night, we'll be back in the studio for Muddy Night Lights, powered by Farm and Home Supply. Looking forward to that. We'll have some great guests. We got to wait and see what happens on Friday night to see who we want to talk to. So could have some really interesting conversations come Monday with a little bit of clarity on who the best teams in our area are. So fun Friday night ahead. I know Chris Dewar's excited. I'm excited. Shane Holsey's going to be out and about. He's going to get to a couple of games on Friday night and bring you some highlights. So make sure you check out the Muddy River Blitz on Saturday morning. The Muddy River Blitz, as always, is electrified by Excel Physical Therapy. And make sure you check us out each and every day. We have our scoreboards up and running. We've got plenty of highlights. We've got stories. So we're trying to give you the best coverage we possibly can. And we appreciate you guys viewing, reading, listening, all the things you do. So we appreciate all the support. And have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Neiman's, your neighborhood market.
We will hear from our friends at Farm and Home Supply on how's the weather up there a little later on this morning on Muddy River News. So now it's time for Brittany and I to tell you about all the fun stuff going on this weekend.
Tonight is the Rathskellers' first Friday Live series, this time featuring Noah McNally. His show starts at 8 and ends at 10. That is at 931 York Street. They have a great selection of beer and artisan cocktails. Try the Espresso Martini. It's made with locally roasted beans from our favorite roasters from EFB, the downtown daddy of coffees.
This Saturday, Nashville artist Cameron Cummings will perform at On the Rail, 7 to 10 for the patio. Bring your lawn chairs, enjoy a cold one. Again, can't thank Scott Ellen enough for all he's done to try to bring great music to our community. So go check out Cameron Cummings at On the Rail Saturday night.
Tonight, Quincy University continues their homecoming celebration after last night's balloon glow with the party on Penny Lane from 6 to 9. And then tomorrow afternoon, they will be hosting their homecoming football game starting at 3.
Tomorrow morning, the district will host the weekly farmers market at Washington Park starting at 8 o'clock. Stroll the sidewalk, grab some fresh produce, some homemade baked goods, a lot of great community vendors there, and we also always want to thank the district for helping put out the farmers market.
This Sunday is your last night of regular racing out at Quincy Raceways. Don't miss your chance to see all the action before they gear up for the November 1st Demolition Derby. Jeff's calling it the Graveyard.
Steve is sad. Racing season's over.
It's not over yet.
Almost over. It's almost over. Like the last one. He's still sad. We don't want Steve sad.
No, but he has something to look forward to. This Demolition Derby sounds like...
Demo derbies are always a lot of fun. Of course, Steve's also helping out with all of our postseason sports coverage. So he's still going to be a very busy guy for us as well. So
absolutely.
All right. Hey, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of Muddy River Mornings. Thanks always for watching us. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.